ydbeats.com. 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 ydbeats.com.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? We finna get right into this reading. I'm not gonna lie. We late. It's a lot going on, but we gotta get right to this reading. We gotta get right to the reading, man, because if we don't, we're gonna be extremely behind. Let me make sure TikTok can hear me. If we don't get to the reading, we're gonna be extremely behind. Right back. All right, y'all. So yeah, we finna get into this reading. So y'all lock in. Time to lock in. Late night read, man. Late night reading. Let me put it on something we can kind of chill with. Oh yeah. Boom. Put it on something we can chill with. All right. Boom. Okay, this is where we are, y'all. We're on week 3. Day 15, 2 Kings 11. Dude, why today feel like Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? Yeah, today is Tuesday. What am I talking about? Okay, we got 2 Kings 11 through 25, and then 1 Chronicles 1 through 10. Now I know 1 Chronicles and 2 Chronicles are kind of like mirror, you know, books of 1 Kings, 2 Kings. So we'll go through that like that. But just trying to prepare my mind, because I'm telling y'all, man, this reading is a lot, bro. We're doing a lot of reading, just straight up. We're doing a lot of reading. It's a hard challenge, but you have to train yourself in dedication. You have to train yourself in being committed to something, man. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and let him not think he gonna receive anything from God. If you are double-minded, if you go into something like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then you bagging off all the time, or you quitting it halfway through, or you quitting it before you get to the end, you're double-minded, and you're not gonna receive any promotion. You're not gonna receive any progress. You're not gonna receive anything from God. You're not gonna get nothing. So yeah, we got to be committed to this. However late we get done, but I cannot get behind, because that is going to make it, it's going to make it even harder. And we don't need to make anything harder than it already is. All right, so we're going 2 Kings 11. Gonna lock in, gonna read. So y'all lock in with me. Y'all lock in with me. Where we at? Uh-oh, y'all can't see. Y'all can't even see. Love the work and dedication you have put into, man. You know, at some point, Ninja, you have to like man up, and for women, woman up. You know what I mean? Like at some point, you gotta just be to the point where it's like, yeah, you know, like I don't have to do this, but at some point, you gotta get to the point where you like, bruh, when are you gonna push through something even though you don't have to do it? Push through. Like, you don't have to get up and go to the gym. But if you want a healthy body, if you want a healthy insides, you know what I'm saying? You have to eat things that you don't want to. You have to push through times where you want to sleep. Like, you have to do stuff that you don't want to do. And being honest, I want to do this challenge more than I don't want to do it, but every day you are reminded how much you don't want to do it, if that makes sense. Every day you are reminded of how much you don't want to do this challenge. I am. And so it's easy for me to be on some, some type of tip where I'm like, you know what? We just gonna cancel it. Nobody's watching anyways. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's paying attention anyways. But it ain't about nobody else. It's about the value that we have. Me and my wife. It's about the value and the thing that God has put on our heart. It ain't about nobody else. If they come, they here. If they don't, they're not. But we're still doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I appreciate those words though, Ninja. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Let me pull up. I hope everybody doing all right though. I hope everybody doing good. If you have not, go and follow our Twitch, Dom Dimitri TV. Go and sub to the Twitch. If you have not, go on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are crossing 5,100 subs. We're going over the 5,200 subs. We're growing. So let's keep it going. Let's keep the momentum going. What was I about to do, y'all? Oh. Alright. Okay, here we go. This is 2 Kings 11. Let's see how. Oh, this was not a long one. 21. Man, we've been reading it so much. I can tell by the little sidebar thing, the side scroll thing, depending on how long it is, I can tell if this is a long read or not. That's crazy, ain't it? I can tell. All right. And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons, which were slain. And they hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from Athaliah, so that he was not slain. And he was with her, hid in the house of the Lord 6 years, and Athaliah did reign over the land. And the 7th year, Jehoiada sent and fetched the rulers over hundreds with the captains in the guard, and brought them to him into the house of the Lord, and made a covenant with them, and took an oath of them in the house of the Lord, and showed them the king's son. And he commanded them, saying, "This is the thing that you should do. A third part of you that enter in on the Sabbath shall even be keepers of the watch of the king's house. And a third part shall be at the gate of Sur, and a third part at the gate behind the guard. So shall you keep the watch of the house, that it be not broken. And 2 parts of you that go forth on the Sabbath, even they shall keep the watch of the house and of the house of the Lord about the king. And you shall compass the king round about, every man with his weapons in his hand, and he that comes within the ranges, let him be slain. And be you with the king as he goes out and as he comes in." And the captains over the hundreds did according to all things that Jehoiada the priest commanded. And they took every man his men that were to come in on the Sabbath, and with them that should go out on the Sabbath, and came to Jehoiada the priest. And to the captains over hundreds did the priest give King David spears and shields that were in the temple of the Lord. And the guards stood, every man with his weapon in his hand, round about the king, from the right corner of the temple to the left corner of the temple, along by the altar in the temple. And he brought forth the king's sons, and put the crown upon him, and gave him the testimony. And they made him king, and anointed him. And they clapped their hands, and said, "God save the king." And when Athaliah heard the noise of the guard and of the people, she came to the people into the temple of the Lord. And when she looked, behold, the king stood by a pillar, as the manner was, and the princes and the trumpeters by the king, and all the people of the land rejoiced, and blew with trumpets. And Athaliah rent her clothes, and cried, "Treason, treason!" But Jehoiada the priest commanded the captains of the hundreds, the officers of the host, and said unto them, Have her forth without the ranges, outside the ranges, and him that follows her with the sword. For the priest had said, Let her not be slain in the house of the Lord. And they laid hands on her, and she went by the way by the which the horses came into the king's house, and there was she slain. And Jehoiada made a covenant between the Lord and the king and the people, that they should be the Lord's people, between the king also and the people. And all the people of the land went into the house of Baal and break it down. His altars and his images break they in pieces thoroughly, and slew Matan, the priest of Baal, before the altars. And the priests appointed officers over the house of the Lord. And he took the rulers over hundreds, and the captains, and the guard, and all the people of the land. And they brought down the king from the house of the Lord, and came by the way of the gate of the guard to the king's house. And he sat on the throne of the kings. And all the people of the land rejoiced, and the city was in quiet. And they slew Athaliah with the sword beside the king's house. 7 years old was Jehoash when he began to reign. Imagine being a king at 7 years old. Imagine being a king at 7, bro. Man, I ain't know what I was, man. 7? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, bro. Okay, let me text real quick. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, this is another one. This is a short one. I can tell 21, that's good. And if y'all didn't know, 21 is short compared to the others. There's some chapters that got 66 verses, man. Let me get my drink. Okay. In the 7th year of Jehu, Jehoash began to reign. And 40 years reigned he in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Abiah of Beersheba. And Jehoash did that which was right in the sight of the Lord all his days, wherein Jehoiada the priest instructed him. But the high places were not taken away. The people still sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places. And Jehoash said to the priests, all the money of the dedicated things that is brought into the house of the Lord, even the money of everyone that passes the account, the money that every man is set at, and all the money that comes in at any man's heart to bring into the house of the Lord, let the priest take it to him, every man of his acquaintance, and let them repair the breaches of the house wheresoever any breach shall be found. But it was so that in the 23rd year of King Jehoash, the priest had not repaired the breaches of the house. Then King Jehoash called for Jehoiada the priest and the other priests and said unto them, why repair you not the breaches of the house? Now therefore receive no more money of your acquaintance, but deliver it for the breaches of the house. And the priest consented to receive no more money of the people, neither to repair their breaches of the house. Man, see, that's why people don't be wanting to give. You give to the church, and the stuff that's supposed to be getting done in church ain't getting done. Like, what's happening with all this money over these years? These stuff supposed to have been taken care of. Okay. But Jehoiada the priest took a chest and bored a hole in the lid of it, and set it beside the altar on the right side as one comes into the house of the Lord. And the priest that kept the door put therein all the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. And it was so, when they saw that there was much money in the chest, that the king's scribe and the high priest came up, and they put it up in bags, and told the money that was found in the house of the Lord. And they gave the money, being told, into the hands of them that did the work, that had the oversight of the house of the Lord. And they laid it out to the carpenters and builders that wrought upon the house of the Lord, and to the masons and hewers of stone, and to buy timber, and hewed stone to repair the breaches of the house of the Lord, and for all that was laid out for the house to repair it. Howbeit there were not made for the house of the Lord bowls of silver, snuffers, basins, trumpets, any vessels of gold, or vessels of silver, or of the money that was brought into the house of the Lord. But they gave that to the workmen, and repaired therewith the house of the Lord. Moreover, they reckoned not with the men into whose hand they delivered the money to be bestowed on workmen, for they dealt faithfully. The trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord, it was the priests. Then Hazael, king of Syria, went up and fought against Gath and took it, and Hazael set up his face to go up to Jerusalem. Oh, he took Gath, okay. And Jehoash, king of Judah, took all the hallowed things that Jehoshaphat and Jehoram and Ahaziah, his fathers, kings of Judah, had dedicated, and his own hallowed things, and all the gold that was found in the treasures of the house of the Lord and in the king's house, and sent it to Hazael, king of Syria. And he went away from Jerusalem. And the rest of the acts of Joash and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And his servants arose and made a conspiracy and slew Joash in the house of Milo, which goes down to Silla. For Josachar, the son of Shimeath, and Jehozabad, the son of Shomer, his servant, smote him, and he died. And they buried him with his fathers in the city of David, and Amaziah his son reigned in his stead. These folks were just killing people, bro. Okay. In the 23rd year of Joash, the son of Ahaziah, king of Judah, Jehoahaz, the son of Jehu, began to reign over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 17 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, and followed the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, which made Israel to sin. He departed not therefrom. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Jerusalem, and he delivered them into the hand of Hazael, king of Syria, and into the hand of Ben-Hadad, the son of Hazael, all their days. And Jehoahaz besought the Lord, and the Lord hearkened unto him, for he saw the oppression of Israel, because the king of Syria oppressed him. And the Lord gave Israel a savior, so that they went out from under the hand of the Assyrians, and the children of Israel dwelt in their tents as before time. Nevertheless, they departed not from the sins of the house of Jeroboam, who made Israel sin, but walked therein, and there remained the grove also in Samaria. Neither did he leave of the people to Jehoahaz but 50 horsemen, and 10 chariots, and 10,000 footmen, for the king of Syria had destroyed them, and had made them like the dust by threshing. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoahaz, and all that he did in his might, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jehoahaz slept with his fathers, and they buried him in Samaria, and Joash his son reigned in his stead. And in the 37th year of Joash, king of Judah, began Jehoash, the son of Jehoahaz, to reign over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 16 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from all the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin, but he walked therein. And the rest of the acts of Joash, and all that he did in his might, wherewith he fought against Amaziah, king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Joash slept with his fathers, and Jeroboam sat upon his throne, and Joash was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel. Now Elisha was fallen sick of his sickness whereof he died. And Joash, the king of Israel, came down unto him, and wept over his face, and said, O my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And Elijah said unto him, Take bows and arrows. And he took unto him bows and arrows. And he said to the king of Israel, Put your hand upon the bow. And he put his hands upon it. And Elijah put his hands upon the king's hands. And he said, Open the window eastward. And he opened it. Then Elijah said, Shoot. And he shot. And he said, The arrow of the Lord's deliverance, and the arrow of deliverance from Syria. For you shall smite the Syrians in effect, till you have consumed them. And he said, Take the arrows. And he took them, and he said unto the king of Israel, Smite upon the ground. And he smote thrice, and stayed. And the man of God was wroth with him, and said, You should have smitten 5 or 6 times. Then had you smitten Syria till you have consumed it. Whereas now you shall smite Syria but thrice. And Elisha died, and they buried him. And the bands of the Moabites invaded the land at the coming in of the year. And it came to pass, as they were burying a man, that behold, they spied a band of men, and they cast the man into the grave of Elijah. And when the man was let down and touched the bones of Elijah, he revived and stood up on his feet. But Hazael, king of Syria, oppressed Israel all the days of Jehoahaz. And the Lord was gracious unto them, and he had compassion on them, and he had respect unto them because of his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and would not destroy them, neither cast he them from his presence as yet. So Hazael, king of Syria, died, and Ben-Hadad, his son, reigned in his stead. And Jehoash, the son of Jehoahaz, took again out of the hand of Ben-Hadad, the son of Hazael, the cities, which he had taken out of the hand of Jehoahaz, his father, by war. 3 times did Joash beat him and recover the cities of Israel. It's like a 25, 29. In the second year of Joash, son of Jehoahaz, king of Israel, reigned Amaziah, the son of Joash, king of Judah. He was 25 years old when he began to reign, and reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jehoadin of Jerusalem. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, yet not like David his father. He did according to all things as Joash his father did. Now I want to say something right there. Do y'all notice that it says that he did all things? He did which was right in the sight of the Lord, yet not like David his father. He did it according to all things as Joash his father did. So there are levels to being right. Even though it says he did what was right in the sight of the Lord, he didn't live up to the standard that David did. He didn't live up to the standard of righteousness that the other fathers did, but he lived up to a lesser standard, which is like Joash. You see that? So everything is not necessarily black and white like we think it is all the time. There are levels and dimensions to this right style of living, or to what is right in the sight of the Lord. That's why I love the translation in Romans 12:2. It says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may be able to discern what is that good, acceptable, and perfect will of God." Like, it's 3 different levels to what God is pleased with, if that makes sense. Okay, verse 4. Howbeit the high places were not taken away, as yet the people did sacrifice and burn incense on the high places. And it came to pass, as soon as the kingdom was confirmed in his hand, that he slew his servants which had slain the king his father. But the children of the murderers he slew not, according unto that which is written in the book of the law of Moses, wherein the Lord commanded, saying, The father shall not be put to death for the children, nor the children be put to death for the fathers, but every man shall be put to death for his own sin. He slew of Edom in the valley of Salt 10,000, and took Selah by war, and called the name of it Joktiel unto this day. Then Amaziah sent messengers to Jehoash, the son of Jehoahaz, son of Jehu, king of Israel, saying, Come, let us look one another in the face. And Jehoash, the king of Israel, sent to Amaziah, king of Judah, saying, The thistle that was in Lebanon sent to the cedar that was in Lebanon, saying, Give your daughter to my son to wife. And there passed by a wild beast that was in Lebanon, and trode down the thistle. You have indeed smitten Edom, and your heart have lifted you up. Glory of this, and tarry at home. For why should you meddle to your hurt, that you should fall, even you and Judah with you? But Amaziah would not hear. Therefore Jehoash, king of Israel, went up, and he and Amaziah, king of Judah, looked one another in the face at Bethshemesh, which belonged to Judah. And Judah was put to the worst before Israel, and they fled every man to their tents. And Jehoash, king of Israel, took Amaziah, king of Judah, the son of Jehoash, the son of Ahaziah, at Bethshemesh, and came to Jerusalem, and brake down all the walls of Jerusalem, from the gate of Ephraim unto the corner gate, 400 cubits. And he took all the gold and silver and all the vessels that were found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house and hostages, and returned to Samaria. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoash, which he did in his might, and how he fought with Amaziah, king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jehoash slept with his fathers, and was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel. And Jeroboam his son reigned in his stead. And Amaziah the son of Joash, king of Judah, lived after the death of Jehoash, son of Jehoahaz, king of Israel, 15 years. And the rest of the acts of Amaziah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? Now they made a conspiracy against him in Jerusalem, and he fled to Lachish. But they sent after him in Lachish and slew him there. And they brought him on horses, and he was buried at Jerusalem with his fathers in the city of David. And all the people of Judah took Azariah, which was 16 years old, and made him king instead of his father Amaziah. He built Elath and restored it to Judah. And after that, the king slept with his fathers. In the 15th year of Amaziah, the son of Joash, king of Judah, Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel, began to reign in Samaria, and reigned 41 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from all the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. He restored the coast of Israel from the entering of Hamath unto the sea of the plain, according to the word of the Lord God of Israel, which he spake by the hand of his servant Jonah, the son of Amittai, the prophet, which was of Gathhepher. For the Lord saw the affliction of Israel, that it was very bitter, for there was not any shut up, nor any left, nor any helper for Israel. And the Lord said not that he would blot out the name of Israel from under heaven, but he saved them by the hand of Jeroboam the son of Joash. Now the rest of the acts of Jeroboam, and all that he did in his might, how he warred, and how he recovered Damascus and Hamath, which belonged to Judah for Israel, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Jeroboam slept with his fathers, even with the kings of Israel, and Zechariah his son reigned in his stead. In the 27th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, began Azariah son of Amaziah, king of Judah, to reign. 16 years old was he when he began to reign, and he reigned 52 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Jecoliah of Jerusalem. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his father Amaziah had done, except that the high places were not removed. The people sacrificed and burnt incense still on the high places. So they were still doing these sacrifices and these incense to these other gods, to Baal, to Moloch, to Ashtaroth, all these different gods. They were still doing it, but the king was serving God in a way. Like, he was still doing some stuff. Like, they weren't, doing all of the wicked stuff, but they did not remove the places where they would go and sacrifice to the other gods. So it's just not enough to like, okay, I'm doing right now. Like, it's not enough to like, or I'm gonna go help the sick, and I'm gonna go, I'm gonna see about the sick, I'm gonna go feed the hungry, I'm gonna go, do all these good things, but you're not taking away the bad things that you continuously do. Like, you gotta pull those altars down. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord smote the king so that he was a leper unto the day of his death, and dwelt in a several house. And Jotham the king's son was over the house, judging the people of the land. And the rest of the acts of Azariah and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Azariah slept with his fathers, and they buried him with his fathers in the city of David. And Jotham his son reigned in his stead. In the 38th year of Azariah, king of Judah, Zechariah the son of Jeroboam reigned over Israel in Samaria 6 months. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, as his fathers had done. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. And Shalom, the son of Jabesh, conspired against him, and smote him before the people, and slew him, and reigned in his stead. And the rest of the acts of Zechariah, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel. This was the word of the Lord which he spake unto Jehu, saying, Your sons shall sit on the throne of Israel unto the 4th generation. And so it came to pass. Shallum the son of Jabesh began to reign in the 9th and 30th year of Uzziah king of Judah, and he reigned a full month in Samaria. For Manahem the son of Gadi went up from Tirzah, and came to Samaria, and smote Shallum the son of Jabesh in Samaria, and slew him, and reigned in his stead. And the rest of the acts of Shallum and his conspiracy which he made, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel. Then Manahem smote Tifsa, and all that were therein, and the coast thereof from Tirzah, because they opened not to him. Therefore he smote it. And all the women therein that were with child he ripped up. In the 9th and 30th year of Azariah, king of Judah, began Menahem, the son of Gadi, to reign over Israel, and reigned 10 years in Samaria. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not all his days from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. And Pul, the king of Assyria, came against the land, and Menahem gave Pul 1,000 talents of silver, that his hand might be with him to confirm the kingdom in his hand. And Menahem exacted the money of Israel, even of all the mighty men of wealth, each man 50 shekels of silver, to give to the king of Assyria. So the king of Assyria turned back and stayed not there in the land. And the rest of the acts of Menahem and all that he did, are they not written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Israel? And Menahem slept with his fathers, and Pekahiah his son reigned in his stead. In the 50th year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekahiah the son of Menahem began to reign over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 2 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. But Pekah, son of Remaliah, a captain of his, conspired against him and smote him in Samaria, in the place of the king's house. And Argob and Ariah, and with him 50 men of the Gileadites. And he killed him and reigned in his room. And the rest of the acts of Pekahiah, and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel. In the 52nd year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekah the son of Remaliah began to reign over Israel and Samaria, and reigned 20 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. In the days of Pekah, king of Israel, came Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and took Ijon and Abel-Beth-Maachah, and Genoa, and Kadesh, and Hazor, and Gilead, and Galilee, all the land of Naphtali, and carried them captive to Assyria. And Hoshea the son of Elah made a conspiracy against Pekah the son of Remaliah, and smote him and slew him, and reigned in his stead in the 20th year of Jotham the son of Uzziah. And the rest of the acts of Pekah and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the chronicles of the kings of Israel. In the 2nd year of Pekah the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, began Jotham the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, to reign. Excuse me. 25 years old was he when he began to reign, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Jerusha, the daughter of Zadok. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. He did according to all that his father Uzziah had done. Howbeit the high places were not removed. The people sacrificed and burnt incense still in the high places. He built the higher gate of the house of the Lord. Now the rest of the acts of Jotham and all that he did, are they not written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? In those days the Lord began to sin against Judah, Rezin the king of Syria, and Pekah the son of Remaliah. And Jotham slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David his father, and Ahaz his son reigned in his stead. Okay, we gotta go to 25. Okay, all right, we down 10. Well, we gotta go to 25 in 2nd Kings. Then we got, all right, though, we grinded 10-18. We ain't bad, good pace. Pretty good pace. In the 17th year of Pekah the son of Remaliah, Ahaz the son of Jotham, king of Judah, began to reign. 20 years old was Ahaz when he began to reign, and reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and did not that which was right in the sight of the Lord his God, like David his father. But he walked in the ways of the kings of Israel, yea, and made his son to pass through the fire, according to the abominations of the heathen, whom the Lord had cast out from before the children of Israel. And he sacrificed and burnt incense in the high places and on the hills and under every green tree. Then Rezin, king of Syria, and Pekah, son of Remaliah, king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to war, and they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him. At that time, Rezin, king of Syria, recovered Elath to Syria, and drave the Jews from Elath, and the Syrians came to Elath and dwelt there unto this day. So Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of the Syrians, saying, I am your servant and your son. Come up and save me out of the hand of the king of Syria, and out of the hand of the king of Israel, which rise up against me. And Ahaz took silver and gold that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house, and sent it for a present to the king of Assyria. No way. And the king of Assyria hearkened unto him, for the king Eligible for recommendations and restricted in search results because it contains unoriginal or reproduced content. With the TikTok. What is you talking about? And the king of Syria hearkened unto him, and the king of Syria went up against Damascus, and took it, and carried the people of it captive to Kir, and slew Rezin. And the king Ahaz went to Damascus to meet Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and saw an altar that was at Damascus. And King Ahaz sent to Urijah the priest the fashion of the altar and the pattern of it, according to all the workmanship thereof. And Urijah the priest built an altar according to all that King Ahaz had sent from Damascus. So Urijah the priest made it against King Ahaz came from Damascus. And when the king was come from Damascus, the king saw the altar, and the king approached to the altar and offered thereon. And he burned his burnt offering and his meat offering, and poured his drink offering, and sprinkled the blood of his peace offerings upon the altar. And he brought also the brazen altar, which was before the Lord, and from the forefront of the house, from between the altar and the house of the Lord, and put it on the north side of the altar. And King Ahaz commanded Urijah the priest, saying, Upon the great altar burn the morning burnt offering, and the evening meat offering, and the king's burnt sacrifice, and his meat offering, with the burnt offering of all the people of the land, and their meat offering, and their drink offerings, and sprinkle upon it all the blood of the burnt offering, and all the blood of the sacrifice. And the brazen altar shall be for me to inquire by. Thus did Urijah the priest, according to all that King Ahaz commanded. And King Ahaz cut off the borders of the bases, and removed the laver from off them, took down the sieve from off the brazen oxen that were under, and put it up on the pavement of stones, and the covert for the Sabbath that they had built in the house. And the king's entry outside turned he from the house of the Lord for the king of Assyria. Now the rest of the acts of Ahaz which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Ahaz slept with his fathers, and buried with his fathers in the city of David. And Hezekiah his son reigned in his stead. I think Hezekiah was the good king. In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea the son of Elah to reign. This is a 35 or 41. Okay. 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, began Hoshea the son of Elah to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him. Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hoshea became his servant and gave him presents. And the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So, king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria, as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison. Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land, and went up to Samaria, and besieged it 3 years. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria, and carried Israel away into Assyria, and placed them in Halah, and in harbor by the river of Gozan, and in the city of the Medes. For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hands of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and had feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel which they had made. And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their God, and they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city, and they set them up images and groves in every high hill, and under every green tree. And there they burnt incense in all the high places, as did the heathen whom the Lord carried away before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger. For they served idols, whereof the Lord had said to them, You should not do this thing. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, Turn you away from your evil ways, and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks till like to the neck of their fathers that did not believe in the Lord their God, and they rejected his statutes and his covenants that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them. And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God, and made them molten images, even 2 calves, and made a grove, and worshipped all the host of heaven, and served Baal. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire, and used divination and enchantments, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel, and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only. And also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes of Israel which they made. And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel, and afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of spoilers, until he had cast them out of his sight. For he rent Israel in the house of David, from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam the son of Nebat king. And Jeroboam drave Israel from following the Lord, and made them sin a great sin. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which he did. They departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cutha, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria, and dwelt in the cities thereof. And so it was at the beginning of dwelling there, that they feared not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which slew some of them. Wherefore they spake to the king of Assyria, saying, the nations which you have removed and placed in the cities of Samaria know not the manner of God of the land, Therefore he hath sent lions among them, and behold, they slay them, because they know not the manner of the God of the land. And the king of Assyria commanded, saying, carry there one of the priests whom you brought from there, and let them go and dwell there, and let them teach the manner of the God of the land. Then one of the priests whom they carried away from Samaria came and dwelt in Bethel, and taught them how they should fear the Lord. Howbeit every nation made gods of their own, and put them in the houses of the high places which the Samaritans had made, every nation in their cities where they dwelt. And the men of Babylon made Succoth-Benoth, and the men of Cuth made Nergal, and the men of Hamath made Ashima, and the Avites made Nibaz and Tartak, and the Sepharvites burnt their children in the fire to Adremelech and Anamelech, the gods of Sepharvaim. So they feared the Lord, and made unto themselves of the lowest of them priests of the high places, which sacrificed for them in the houses of the high places. They feared the Lord, and served their own gods, after the manner of the nations whom they carried away from there. So how can you fear the Lord and serve your own God? That seemed crazy. They feared the Lord and served their own gods, after the manner of the nations whom they carried away from there. Unto this day they do after the former manners. They fear not the Lord, neither do they after their statutes, or after their ordinances, or after the law and commandment which the Lord commanded the children of Jacob, whom he named Israel, with whom the Lord had made a covenant, and charged them, saying, you shall not fear other gods, nor bow yourself to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice to them. But the Lord, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt with great power and a stretched out arm, him shall you fear, and him shall you worship, and him shall you do sacrifice. And the statutes and the ordinances and the law and the commandment which he wrote for you, you shall observe to do forevermore, and you shall not fear other gods. And the covenant that I made with you, you should not forget, neither shall you fear other gods, but the Lord your God you shall fear, and he shall deliver you out of the hand of all your enemies. Howbeit they did not listen, but they did after their former manner. So these nations feared the Lord, and served their graven images, both their children and their children's children, as did their fathers, so do they unto this day. Now it came to pass in the 3rd year of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, that Hezekiah, the son of Ahaz, king of Judah, began to reign. 25 years old was he when he began to reign, and he reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name also was Abi, the daughter of Zechariah. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, according to all that David his father did. He removed the high places and brake the images and cut down the groves and brake in pieces the brazen serpent that Moses had made. For unto those days the children of Israel did burn incense to it and called it Nehushtan. See? That's crazy. What are we on? 2 Kings 18. I want to see what that word means. That's what I'm going, y'all. Give me a second. Nehushtan. Something made of copper that is a copper serpent of the desert. Nehushtan. That's crazy. So Hezekiah is the one who broke everything. He even broke one of the things that Moses used because they began to worship it. He trusted in the Lord God of Israel, so that after him was none like him among all the kings of Judah, nor any that were before him. For he clave to the Lord and departed not from following him, but he kept his commandment which the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord was with him, and he prospered whithersoever he went, and he rebelled against the king of Assyria and served him not. He smote the Philistines even unto Gaza and the borders thereof, from the tower of the watchman to the fenced city. And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, which was the servant of Hoshea, son of Elah, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against Samaria and besieged it. And at the end of 3 years they took it, even in the 6th year of Hezekiah. That is in the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel, Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria, and put them in Halah and in Habor by the river of Gozan, in the cities of the Medes. Because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord their God, but transgressed his covenant, and all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded, and would not hear them nor do them. Now in the 14th year of King Hezekiah did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, come up against all the fenced cities of Judah and took them. And Hezekiah, king of Judah, sent to the king of Assyria to Lachish, saying, I have offended. Return from me. That which you put on me will I bear. And the king of Assyria appointed unto Hezekiah, king of Judah, 300 talents of silver and 30 talents of gold. And Hezekiah gave him all the silver that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house. At that time did Hezekiah cut off the gold from the doors of the temple of the Lord, and from the pillars which Hezekiah, king of Judah, had overlaid, and gave it to the king of Assyria. The king of Assyria sent Tartan and Rapsaris and Rabshakeh from Lachish to King Hezekiah with a great host against Jerusalem. And they went up and came to Jerusalem, and when they were come up, they came and stood by the conduit of the upper pool, which is in the highway of the fuller's field. And when they had called to the king, there came out to them Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah, the son of Asaph the recorder. And Rabshakeh said unto them, Speak you now to Hezekiah. Thus saith the great king, the king of Assyria, What confidence is this wherein you trust? You say, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for the war. Not on whom do you trust? Now on whom do you trust that you rebel against me? Now behold, you trust upon the staff of this bruised reed, even unto Egypt, of which if a man lean, it will go into his hand, and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt unto all that trust on him. But if you say unto me, We trust in the Lord our God, is not that he whose high places and whose altars Hezekiah have taken away, and have said to Judah and Jerusalem, You shall worship before this altar in Jerusalem? Now therefore I pray you, give pledges to my lord the king of Assyria, and I will deliver you 2,000 horses, if you be able on your part to set riders upon them. How then will you turn away the face of one captain of the least of my master's servants, and put your trust on Egypt for chariots and for horsemen? Am I not come up without the Lord against this place to destroy it? The Lord said to me, Go up against this land and destroy it. Then said Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, and Shebna, and Joah unto Rabshakeh, Speak, I pray you, to your servants in the Syrian language, for we understand it, and talk not to us in the Jews' language in the ears of the people that are on the wall. But Rabshakeh said unto him, Have my master sent me to your master and to you to speak these words? Have he not sent me to the men which sit on the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own piss with you? Then Rabshakeh stood and cried with a loud voice in the Jews' language, and spake, saying, Hear the word of the great king, the king of Assyria. Thus said the king, Let not Hezekiah deceive you, for he shall not be able to deliver you out of his hand. Neither let Hezekiah make you trust in the Lord, saying, the Lord will surely deliver us, and the city shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria. Hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, and then eat you every man of his own vine, and every one of his own fig, of his fig tree, and drink every man of every one the waters of his cistern, until I come and take you away to the land like your own land, a land of corn and wine, a land of bread and vineyards, a land of oil, olive, and of honey, that you may live and not die. And hearken not unto Hezekiah when he persuades you, saying, the Lord will deliver us. Have any of the gods of the nations delivered at all his land out of the hand of the king of Assyria? Where are the gods of Hamath and Arpad? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim, Hena, and Eva? Have they delivered Samaria out of my hand? Who are they among all the gods of the countries that have delivered their country out of my hand? That the Lord should deliver Jerusalem out of my hand. But the people held their peace and answered him not a word, for the king's commandment was, saying, answer him not. Then Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah son of Asaph the recorder, to Hezekiah with their clothes rent, and told him the words of Rabshakeh. And it came to pass when Hezekiah heard it, that he rent his clothes and covered himself with sackcloth, and went into the house of the Lord. And he sent Eliakim, which was over the household, and Shebna the scribe, and the elders of the priests, covered with sackcloth, to Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos. And they said unto him, thus saith Hezekiah, this day is a day of trouble, and of rebuke, and of blasphemy, for the children are come to the birth, and there is not strength to bring forth. It may be the Lord your God will hear all the words of Rabshakeh, whom the king of Assyria his master hath sent to reproach the living God, and will reprove the words which the Lord your God hath heard. Wherefore lift up your prayer for the remnant that are left. So the servants of King Hezekiah came to Isaiah, and Isaiah said unto them, thus shall you say to your master, thus saith the Lord, be not afraid of the words which you have heard, with which the servants of the king of Assyria have blasphemed me. Behold, I will send a blast upon him, and he shall hear a rumor, and shall return to his own land, and will cause him to fall by the sword in his own land. So Rabshakeh returned and found the king of Assyria warring against Libnah, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish. And when he heard of Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia, behold, he is come out to fight against you. He sent messengers again unto Hezekiah, saying, thus shall you speak to Hezekiah, king of Judah, saying, let not your God in whom you trust deceive you, saying, Jerusalem shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria. Behold, you have heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all lands by destroying them utterly, and shall you be delivered? Have the gods of the nations delivered them which my fathers have destroyed, as Gozan and Haran and Rezeph, and the children of Edom which were in Thelasar? Where is the king of Hamath, and the king of Arpad, and the king of the city of Sepharvaim, of Hena and Eva? And Hezekiah received the letter of their land of the hand of the messengers, and read it. And Hezekiah went up into the house of the Lord, and spread it before the Lord. And Hezekiah prayed before the Lord, and said, O Lord God of Israel, which dwell between the cherubims, you are the God, even you alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made heaven and earth. Lord, bow down your ear and hear. Open, Lord, your eyes and see, and hear the words of Sennacherib, which have sent him to reproach the living God. Of a truth, Lord, the kings of Assyria have destroyed the nations and their lands, and have cast their gods into the fire, for they were no gods, but the work of men's hand, wood and stone. Therefore they have destroyed them. Now therefore, O Lord our God, I beseech you, save you us out of his hand, that all the kings of the earth may know that you are the Lord God, even you only. Then Isaiah the son of Amos sent to Hezekiah, saying, thus the Lord said, the Lord God of Israel, thus says the Lord God of Israel, that which you have prayed to me against Sennacherib, king of Assyria, I have heard. Y'all forgive me for the Wi-Fi. I don't know why Recently, it's been so bad. Y'all just forgive me. I know the frames are dropping. Y'all forgive me. This is the word that the Lord has spoken concerning him. The virgin, the daughter of Zion, have despised you and laughed you to scorn. The daughter of Jerusalem have shaken her head at you, whom you have reproached and blasphemed, and against whom you have exalted your voice and lifted up your eyes on high, even against the Holy One of Israel. By your messengers you have reproached the Lord, and have said, with the multitude of my chariots I am come up to the height of the mountains. Sides of Lebanon will cut down the tall cedar trees thereof, and the choice fir trees thereof, and I will enter into the lodgings of his borders, and into the forest of his carmel. I have digged and drunk strange waters, and with the sole of my feet have I dried up all the rivers of besieged places. Have you not heard long ago how I have done it, and of ancient times that I have formed it? Come on, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, come on. Now have I brought it to pass that you should be to lay waste fenced cities into ruinous heaps. Therefore their inhabitants were of small power. They were dismayed and confounded. They were as the grass of the field, and as the green herb, as the grass on the housetops, and as corn blasted before it be grown up. But I know your abode, and you're going out and you're coming in, and your rage against me, because your rage against me and your tumult has come up into my ears. Therefore I will put my hook in your nose, and my bridle in your lips, and I will turn you back by the way by which you came. And this shall be a sign unto you: you shall eat this year such things as grow of themselves, and in the second year that springs of the same, and in the third year sow you and reap and plant vineyards and eat the fruits thereof. And the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall yet again take root downward and bear fruit upward. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escape out of the mountain of Zion, the zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this. Therefore, so that the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not come into this city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with shield, nor cast a bank against it. By the way that he came, by the same shall he return, and shall not come into this city, says the Lord. For I will defend this city to save it for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. And it came to pass that night, that the angel of the Lord went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, departed and went and returned and dwelt at Nineveh. And it came to pass, as he was worshiping in the house of Nisroch his god, that Adramelech and Sharezer his son smote him with a sword, and they escaped into the land of Armenia. And Esarhaddon his son reigned in his stead. And those, like a 20, the one that's good. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him, or Amoz, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech you, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which was good in your sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. And it came to pass, afore Isaiah was going out into the middle of the court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again and tell Hezekiah, the captain of my people, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David your father, I have heard your prayer, I have seen your tears. Behold, I will heal you. On the third day you shall go up unto the house of the Lord. And I will add unto your days 15 years, and I will deliver you and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs, and they took and laid it on the boil, and he recovered. And Hezekiah said unto Isaiah, What shall be the sign that the Lord will heal me, and that I should go up into the house of the Lord the third day? And Isaiah said, This sign shall you have of the Lord, that the Lord will do this thing that he has spoken. Shall the shadow go forward 10 degrees or go back 10 degrees? And Hezekiah answered, It is a light thing for the shadow to go down 10 degrees, nay, but let the shadow return backward 10 degrees. And Isaiah the prophet cried unto the Lord, and he brought the shadow 10 degrees backwards, by which it had gone down the dial of Ahaz. At the time, Berodach-Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters and presents unto Hezekiah, for he had heard that Hezekiah had been sick. And Hezekiah hearkened unto them, and showed them all the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold, and the spices and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his demesne, that Hezekiah showed them not. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, What said these men? And from where came they unto you? And Hezekiah said, They are come from a far country, even from Babylon. And he said, What have they seen in your house? And Hezekiah answered, All the things that are in my house have they seen. There is nothing among my treasures that I have not showed them. And Isaiah said unto Hezekiah, Hear the word of the Lord. Behold, the days come that all that is in your house, and that which your fathers have laid up in store unto this day, shall be carried into Babylon. Nothing shall be left, says the Lord. And of your sons that shall issue from you, which you shall beget, shall they take away, and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon. Then said Hezekiah unto Isaiah, Good is the word of the Lord which you have spoken. He said, Is it not good if peace and truth be in my days? And the rest of the acts of Hezekiah and all his might, and how he made a pool and a conduit, and brought water into the city, and are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Hezekiah slept with his fathers, and Manasseh his son reigned in his stead. Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and reigned 55 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hephzibah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, after the abominations of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. For he built up again the high places which Hezekiah's father had destroyed, and he reared up altars for Baal, and made a grove, as did Ahab king of Israel, and worshipped all the host of heaven, and served them. But he built altars in the house of the Lord, of which the Lord said, In Jerusalem will I put my name. And he built altars for all the hosts of heaven in the two courts of the house of the Lord. And he made his son pass through the fire, and observed times, and used enchantments, and dealt with familiar spirits and wizards. He wrought much wickedness in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. And he set a graven image of the grove that he had made in the house, in which the Lord said to David and Solomon his son, In this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever. Neither will I make the feet of Israel move any more out of the land which I gave their fathers, only if they will observe to do according to all that I have commanded them, and according to all the law that my servant Moses commanded them. But they hearkened not, and Manasseh seduced them to do more evil than did the nations whom the Lord destroyed before the children of Israel. And the Lord spake by his servant the prophet, saying, Because Manasseh king of Judah have done these abominations, and have done wickedly above all the Amorites did, which were before him, and have made Judah also to sin with his idols. Therefore saith the Lord God of Israel, Behold, I am bringing such evil upon Jerusalem and Judah, that whosoever hears of it, both his ears shall tingle. And I will stretch over Jerusalem the line of Samaria, and the plummet of the house of Ahab, and I will wipe Jerusalem as a man wipes a dish, wiping it and turning it upside down. I will forsake the remnant of mine inheritance, and deliver them into the hand of their enemies, and they shall become a prey and a spoil to all their enemies, because they have done that which was evil in my sight, and have provoked me to anger since the day their fathers came forth out of Egypt, even unto this day. Moreover, Manasseh shed innocent blood very much, till he had filled Jerusalem from one end to another, beside his sin where he had made Judah to sin, and doing that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. Now the rest of the acts of Manasseh, and all that he did, and his sin that he sinned, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And Manasseh slept with his fathers, and buried in the garden of his own house, in the garden of Uzzah. And Amon his son reigned in his stead. And Amon was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 2 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Meshullemeth, and the daughter of Haruz of Jotbah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, as his father Manasseh did. And he walked in all the way that his father walked in, and served the idols that his father served, and worshipped them. And he forsook the Lord God of his fathers, and walked not in the way of the Lord. And the servants of Ammon conspired against him, and slew the king in his own house. And the people of the land slew all them that had conspired against King Ammon, and the people of the land made Josiah his son king instead. Now the rest of the acts of Ammon which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the king of Judah? and he was buried in the grave in the garden of Uzzah, and Josiah's son reigned instead. Josiah was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Jedidiah, the daughter of Adiah of Boskath. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, and walked in all the way of David his father, and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And it came to pass in the 18th year of King Josiah that the king sent Shaphan the son of Azaliah, the son of Meshullam, the scribe, to the house of the Lord, saying, Go up to Hilkiah the priest, the high priest, that he may sum the silver which is brought into the house of the Lord, which the keepers of the door have gathered of the people, and let them deliver it into the hand of the doers of the work that have the oversight of the house of the Lord, and let them give it to the doers of the work which is in the house of the Lord, to repair the breaches of the house, unto carpenters and builders and masons, and to buy timber and hewn stone to repair the house. Howbeit there was no reckoning made with them of the money that was delivered into their hand, because they dealt faithfully. And Hilkiah, the high priest, said unto Shaphan the scribe, I have found the book of the law in the house of the Lord. And Hilkiah gave the book to Shaphan, and he read it. And Shaphan the scribe came to the king and brought the king word again, and said, Your servants have gathered the money that was found in the house, and have delivered into the hand of them that do the work, that they have oversight of the house of the Lord. And Shaphan the scribe showed the king, saying, Hilkiah the priest had delivered me a book. And Shaphan read it before the king. And it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the book of the law, that he rent his clothes. And the king commanded Hilkiah the priest, and Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, and Achbor, the son of Micaiah, and Shaphan the scribe, and Azahiah, a servant of the king, saying, Go you, inquire of the Lord for me, and for the people, and for all Judah, concerning the words of this book that is found. For great is the wrath of the Lord that is kindled against us, because our fathers have not hearkened unto the words of this book, to do according unto all that is written concerning us. So Hilkiah the priest, and Ahikam, and Achbor, and Shaphan, and Azahiah went unto Huldah the prophetess, the wife of Shullam, the son of Tikvah, the son of Haris, keeper of the wardrobe. Now she dwelt in Jerusalem in the college, and they communed with her. And she said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Tell the man that sent you to me. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring evil upon this place, and upon the inhabitants thereof, even all the words of this book which the king of Judah have read, because they have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, that they have provoked me to anger with all the works of their hands. Before my wrath shall be kindled against this place, and shall not be quenched. But to the king of Judah, which sent to inquire of the Lord, thus shall you say to him, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, as touching the words that you have heard, because your heart was tender, and you have humbled yourself before the Lord, when you heard what I spake against this place, and against the inhabitants thereof, that they should become a desolation and a curse, and have rent your clothes and wept before me, I also have heard you, saith the Lord. Behold, therefore, I will gather you unto your fathers, and you shall be gathered into your grave in peace, and your eyes shall not see all the evil which I will bring upon this place. And they brought the king word again. And the king sent. Good. And the king sent, and they gathered unto him all the elders of Judah and Jerusalem. And the king went up into the house of the Lord, and all the men of Judah, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem with him, and the priests and the prophets, and all the people, both small and great. And he read in all their ears all the words of the book of the covenant, which was found in the house of the Lord. And the king stood by a pillar, and made a covenant before the Lord, to walk after the Lord, and to keep his commandments and his testimonies and his statutes with all their heart and with all their soul, to perform the words of the covenant that were written in this book. And all the people stood to the covenant. And the king commanded Hilkiah the high priest, and the priests of the second order, and the keepers of the doors, to bring forth out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal, and for the grove, and for all the host of heaven. And he burned them outside Jerusalem in the fields of Kidron, and carried the ashes of them unto Bethel. And he put down the idolatrous priests, whom the kings of Judah had ordained to burn incense in the high places in the cities of Judah, and the places round about Jerusalem. them also that burned incense unto Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the planets, and to all the hosts of heaven. And he brought out the grove from the house of the Lord outside Jerusalem unto the brook Kidron, and burned it at the brook Kidron, and stamped it small to powder, and cast the powder thereof upon the graves of the children of the people. And he brake down the houses of the Sodomites that were by the house of the Lord, where the women wove hangings for the grove. And he brought all the priests out of the cities of Judah, and defiled the high places where the priests had burned incense, from Geba to Beersheba, and brake down the high places of the gates that were in the entering of the gate of Joshua the governor of the city, which were on the man's left hand at the gate of the city. Nevertheless, the priests of the high places came not up to the altar of the Lord in Jerusalem, but they did eat of the unleavened bread among their brethren. And he defiled Topheth, which is in the valley of the children of Hinnom, that no man might make his son or his daughter pass through the fire to Molech. And he took away the horses that the kings of Judah had given to the sun at the entering of the house of the Lord by the chamber of Nathan Melech, the chamberlain, which is in the suburbs, and burned the chariots of the sun with fire. And the altars that were in the top of the upper chamber of Ahaz, which the kings of Judah had made, and the altars which Manasseh had made in the two courts of the house of the Lord, did the king beat down, and break them down from there, and cast the dust of them into the brook Kidron. And the high places that were before Jerusalem, which were on the right hand on the mountain of corruption, which Solomon the king of Israel had builded for Asherah, the abominations of the Zidonians, and the Chemosh, and for Chemosh, the abomination of the Moabites, and Milcom, the abomination of the children of Ammon, did the king defile. And he brake in pieces the images, and cut the groves, and filled their places with the bones of men. Moreover, the altar that was at Bethel, and the high place which Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin, had made, both that altar and the high place that he brake down, and burned the high place, and stamped it to small powder, and burned the grove. And as Josiah turned himself, he spied the graves that were there in the mountain, sent and took the bones out of the graves, and burned them upon the altar, and polluted it, according to the word of the Lord, which the man of God proclaimed these words. Then he said, What title is that I see? And the men of the city told him, It is the grave of the man of God which came from Judah. Proclaim these things that you have done against the altar of Bethel. Then he said, Let him alone. Let no man move his bones. So they let his bones alone with the bones of the prophet that came out of Samaria. And all the houses of all the high places that were in the cities of Samaria, which the kings of Israel had made to provoke the Lord to anger, Josiah took away, and did to them according to all the acts that he had done in Bethel. He slew all the priests of the high places that were upon the altars, and burned men's bones upon them, and returned to Jerusalem. And the king commanded all the people, saying, Keep the Passover unto the Lord your God, as it is written in the book, in this book of the covenant. Surely there was not holding such a Passover from the days of the judges that judged Israel, nor in all the days of the kings of Israel, nor the kings of Judah. But in the 18th year of King Josiah, wherein this Passover was holding to the Lord in Jerusalem. Moreover, the workers with familiar spirits, and the wizards, the images, and the idols, and all the abominations that were spied in the land of Judah and in Jerusalem did Josiah put away, that he might perform the words of the law which were written in the book that Hilkiah the priest found in the house of the Lord. And like unto him there was no king before him that turned to the Lord with all his heart, and with all his soul, and with all his might, according to the law of Moses. Neither after him arose there any like him. Notwithstanding, the Lord turned not from the fierceness of his great wrath, wherewith his anger was kindled against Judah, because of all the provocations that Manasseh had provoked him withal. And the Lord said, I will remove Judah also out of my sight, as I have removed Israel, and will cast off this city, Jerusalem, which I have chosen, in the house of which I said my name should be there. And the rest of the acts of Josiah and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? In his days, Pharaoh Necho, king of Egypt, went up against the king of Assyria to the river Euphrates, and King Josiah went against him, and he slew him at Megiddo when he had seen him. And the servants carried him in the chariot dead from Megiddo, and brought him into Jerusalem, and buried him in his own grave. And the people of the land took Jehoahaz, the son of Josiah, and anointed him, and made him king in his father's stead. Jehoahaz was 23 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 months in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hamutal, daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all his fathers had done. And Pharaoh Necho put him in bands at Riblah, in that land of Hamath. that he might not reign in Jerusalem, and put the land to a tribute of 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. And Pharaoh Necho made Eliakim the son of Josiah king of the room of Josiah his father, and turned his name Jehoiakim, and took Jehoahaz away, and he came to Egypt and died there. And Jehoiakim gave the silver and the gold to Pharaoh, but he taxed the land to give the money according to the commandment of Pharaoh. He exacted the silver and the gold of the people of the land, of every one according to his taxation, to give it unto Pharaoh Necho. Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Zebudah, the daughter of Pedaiah of Rumah. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that his fathers had done. In his days, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up, and Jehoiakim became his servant 3 years. Then he turned and rebelled against him. And the Lord sent against him bands of the Chaldees, and bands of the Syrians, and bands of the Moabites, and bands of the children of Ammon, and sent them against Judah to destroy it, according to the word of the Lord which he spake by his servant the prophets. Surely at the commandment of the Lord came this upon Judah, to remove them out of his sight for the sins of Manasseh, according to all that he did, and also for the innocent blood that he shed, for he filled Jerusalem with innocent blood, which the Lord would not pardon. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and all that he did, are they not written in the books of the chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Jehoiakim slept with his fathers, and Jehoiakim, his son, reigned in his stead. And the king of Egypt came not again any more out of his land, for the king of Babylon had taken from the river of Egypt unto the river Euphrates all that pertained to the king of Egypt. Jehoiakim was 18 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. And his mother's name was Nehushta, the daughter of Elnathan of Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all his father had done. At that time, the servants of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and the city was besieged. And Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came against the city, and his servants did besiege it. And Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, went out to the king of Babylon, he and his mother and his servants and his princes and his officers. The king of Babylon took him in the 8th year of his reign. He carried out there all the treasures of the house of the Lord, and all the treasures of the king's house, and cut in pieces all the vessels of God which Solomon king of Israel had made in the temple of the Lord, as the Lord had said. And he carried away all Jerusalem, and all the princes, and all the mighty men of valor, even 10,000 captives, and all the craftsmen and smiths, and none remained except the poorest sort of the people of the land. And he carried away Jehoiakim to Babylon, and the king's mother, and the king's wives, and his officers, and the mighty of the land, those carried he into the captivity from Jerusalem to Babylon. And all the men of might, even 7,000, and craftsmen and smiths 1,000, and all that was strong and apt for war, even them the king of Babylon brought captive to Babylon. The king of Babylon made Mattaniah his father's brother king in his stead, and changed his name to Zedekiah. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah. He did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the anger of the Lord it came to pass in Jerusalem and Judah, until he had cast them out from his presence, that Zedekiah rebelled against the king of Babylon. I think this is the last chapter in 2 Kings, and then we're gonna go to 1 Kings or 1 Chronicles. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his hosts, against Jerusalem, and pitched against it, and they built force against it around about. And the city was besieged until the 11th year of King Zedekiah. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city, and there was no bread for the people of the land. And the city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate between two walls, which is by the king's garden. Now the Chaldees were against the city round about, and the king went the way toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king, and overtook him in the plains of Jericho, and all his army was scattered from him. So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon, to Riblah, and they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and put out the eyes of Zedekiah, and bound him with fetters of brass, and carried him to Babylon. In the 5th month, on the 7th day of the month, which is the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon, to Jerusalem, and he burnt the house of the Lord, the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and every great man's house he burnt with fire. And all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard break down the walls of Jerusalem round about. And the rest of the people that were left in the city and the fugitives that fell away to the king of Babylon with the remnant of the multitude did Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carry away. But the captain of the guard left of the poor of the land to be vine dressers and husbandmen. And the pillars of brass that were in the house of the Lord, and the bases, and the brazen sea that was in the house of the Lord, did the Chaldees break in pieces and carry the brass of them to Babylon. And the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the spoons and all the vessels of brass wherewith they ministered took they away. And the fire pans and the bowls and such things as were of gold and of silver the captain of the guard took away. The 2 pillars, one sea, and the bases which Solomon had made for the house of the Lord, the brass of all these vessels was without weight. The height of one pillar was 18 cubits, and the chapter upon it was brass, and the height of the chapter 3 cubits. And the wreathen work and the pomegranates upon the chapter round about all of brass. And like unto these had the second pillar with wreathen work. And the captain of the guard took Sarai, the chief priest, and Zephaniah, the second priest, and the 3 keepers of the door. And out of the city he took an officer that was set over the men of the war, and 5 men of them that were in the king's presence, which were found in the city, and the principal scribe of the host, which mustered the people out of the land, and 70 men of the people of the land that were found in the city. And Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, took these and brought them to the king of Babylon to Riblah. And king of Babylon smote them and slew them at Riblah in the land of Hamath. So Judah was carried away out of their land. And as for the people that remained in the land of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had left, even over them he made Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, ruler. And when all the captains of the armies, they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah governor, there came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan, the son of Kareah, and Sariah, the son of Tanhumeth, the Netephathite, and Jezaniah, the son of Makathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah swore to them and to their men, and said unto them, Fear not to be the servants of the Chaldees, dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. But it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, came, and 10 men with him, and smote Gedaliah, that he died, and the Jews and the Chaldees that were with him in Mizpah. And all the people, both small and great, and the captains of the armies arose and came to Egypt, for they were afraid of the Chaldees. And it came to pass in the 7th and 30th year of the captivity of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, in the 12th month, and on the 7th and 20th day of the month, and that evil Merodach, king of Babylon, in that year that he began to reign, did lift up the head of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, out of prison. And he spake kindly to him, and set his throne above the throne of the kings that were with him in Babylon. And he changed his prison garments, and he did eat bread continually for him all the days of his life. And his allowance was continual allowance given him of the king, a daily rate for every day, all the days of his life. All right, guys, we are in 1 Chronicles now. We are in 1 Chronicles, 54 verses. This is a lineage chapter. Ooh, this is definitely a lineage chapter. All right. Thank God for getting us through that. You gotta put your big boy pants on reading 1 Chronicles. It get great. Oh my. 1 Chronicles 6, y'all, it got 81 verses. Like, come on, man. 81 verses? That's two or three chapters. Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Y'all, these are some long chapters, bro. At least chapter 10 ain't long. Hey, it is what it is, bro. That's what we signed up for. This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. We get to read the Bible. It's not that we have to read, we get to. It's a blessing, man. Blessing. I just feel like I need to stretch. Oh man, tired. Chat, I'm sleepy. I need to get this done before 12. I'm so sleepy though. Fight, gotta fight. Fight. Got to. Come on, baby. Come on, Lord, give me strength. All right. Adam, Sheth, Enosh. This First Chronicles chapter 1. Adam, Sheth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Excuse me. The sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Madai and Javan and Tubal and Meshish and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Ripheth and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim and Dodanim. Sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim, Put and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba and Havilah, Sapta, Rama, Sabekta. Sons of Rama, Sheba and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be mighty upon the earth. And Mizraim begat Ludum and Anamim and Laabim and Nuphatim, Naphtuahim, Pathrasim, Kazlahim, of whom came the Philistines, and Heptorim. Canaan begat Zidon, his firstborn, and Heth, the Jebusites also, and the Amorites, and the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zamorite, and the Hamathite, sons of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, and Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Meshesh. And Arphaxad begat Shelah, and Shelah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, because in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almodad and Sheleph, Hazarmaveth, and Gerar, Adoram also, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Abel, and Abimael, Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan: Shem and Arphaxad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Ru, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abram, the same as Abraham, the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael. These are their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, then Kedar, and Abdil, and Mibsam, Mishma, and Duma, Massa, Hadad, and Tema, Jetur, Nephish, and Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael. Now the sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine, she bare Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, Shua. And the sons of Jokshan, Sheba, and Dedan. The sons of Midian, Ephah, and Epher, and Henoch, and Abida, and Eldah. All these are the sons of Keturah. And Abraham begat Isaac. The sons of Isaac, Esau, and Israel. The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Reuel, and Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz, Teman, and Omar, and Zephi, and Gatam, and Kenaz, and Timnah, and Amalek. Sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shema, and Mizah. Sons of Seir, Lotan, Jabal, Zibian, and Anna, and Dishan, and Ezar, and Dishan. The sons of Lotan, Hori, and Hamam, and Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alien, Manahath, Ebal, Shephi, and Onam. The sons of Zibian, Aya, and Anah. The sons of Anah, Dishan, and the sons of Dishan, Amram, and Eshban, and Ithran, and Karen. The sons of Ezer, Bilhan, and Zavan, and Jachin. The sons of Dishan, Uzan, Aran. Now these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bala, the son of Beor. The name of the city was Dinabah. And when Bala was dead, Jobab, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his stead. And when Jobab was dead, Husham of the land of the Temanites reigned in his stead. And when Husham was dead, Hadad, the son of Badad, which smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead, and the name of the city was Avith. And when Hadad was dead, Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his stead. When Samlah was dead, Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And when Shaul was dead, Baal-Hanan, the son of Akbor, reigned in his stead. And when Baal-Hanan was dead, Hadad reigned in his stead, and the name of the city was Pai, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matri, daughter of Mezahab. Hadad died also, and the dukes of Edom were Duke Timnah, Duke Eliah, Duke Jether, Duke Aholibama, Duke Elah, Duke Penan, Duke Kenaz, Duke Teman, Duke Mibzar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Aram. These are the dukes of Edom. I think this was 40 or 55. Great. Why are you complaining, bro? Bill. Why are you complaining? It's a blessing you get to read the Bible, bro. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Dan, Joseph, and Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, the sons of Judah, Er, and Onan, and Shelah, which three were born unto him of the daughter of Shua the Canaanitess. And Er, the firstborn of Judah, was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him. And Tamar his daughter-in-law, bore him Pharez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were five: the son of Pharez, Hezron, and Hamul, and the sons of Zerah, Zimri, and Ethan, and Heman, and Calcol, and Dara, five of them in all. And the sons of Carmi, Achar, the troubler of Israel, who transgressed in the thing accursed. Sons of Ethan, Azariah. Sons of Hezron that were born unto him, Jerahmeel, and Ram, and Kelubah. And Ram begat Aminadab, and Aminadab begat Nahshon, prince of the children of Judah. Nahshon begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz. And Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat his firstborn, Eliab, and Abinadab the second, and Shema the third, Nathaniel the fourth, Radha the fifth, Ozam the sixth, David the seventh, whose sisters were Zeriah and Abigail, and the sons of Zeriah, Abishai and Joab, and Asahel three. And Abigail bare Amasa, and of the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. Caleb the son of Hezron begat children of Azubah, his wife, and Jeriah, and of Jeriah. Their sons of these, Jesher and Shobab and Arden. And when Azubah was dead, Caleb took unto him Ephrath, which bare him Hur, and Hur begat Uri, and Uri begat Bezaleel. And afterward Hezron went in to the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 80 years old, and she bare him Segub. And Segub begat Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. And he took Gesher and Aram with the towns of Jair from them, with Kanath, towns thereof, even 80 cities. All these belonged to the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. And after that Hezron was dead, and Caleb Ephrata, and Abiah, Hezron's wife, bare him Ashur, the father of Tekoa. And the sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn, and Bunah, and Oren, and Ozam, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel also had another wife whose name was Adarah. She was the mother of Onam. And the sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, were Maiz, and Jamin, and Eker. Sons of Onam were Shammai and Jada. Sons of Shammai, Nadab, and Abishur. The name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail. She bare him Abin and Molid. And the sons of Nadab, Salid and Apaim. But Salid died without children. And the sons of Apaim, Ishi. And the sons of Ishi, Shashan. And the children of Shashan, Ali. And the sons of Jada, the brother of Shammai, Jether, and Jonathan, and Jether died without children. And the sons of Jonathan, Peleth, and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now Shashan had no sons but daughters, and Shashan had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarah. Shashan gave his daughter to Jarah, his servant, to wife, and he bare him in Attai. And Attai begat Nathan, and Nathan begat Zabad, and Zabad begat Ephlel, and Ephlel begat Obed, and Obed begat Jehu, and Jehu begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Helez, and Helez begat Eliezer, And Eliezer begat Sisamai, and Sisamai begat Shalom, and Shalom begat Jechamiah, and Jechamiah begat Elishema. Now the sons of Caleb, the brother of Jeremiel, were Mesha, his firstborn, which was the father of Ziph, the sons of Marisha, father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah and Tapua, and Rechem and Shema. And Shema begat Raham, the father of Jorkoam, and Rechem begat Shemai. Son of Shemai was Maon, and Maon was the father of Bezor and Ephah. Caleb's concubine bare Haran and Moza and Gaziz, and Haran begat Gaziz. And the sons of Jedi, Regem and Jotham and Gasham, and Pelet and Ephah and Shaph. Makkah, Caleb's concubine, bare Sheber and Tirana. He bare also Shaph, the father of Madmenah, Sheva, the father of Machabena, the father of Gibeah, and the daughter of Caleb was Aksha. These were the sons of Caleb, the son of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrata, Jobel, the father of Kirjath-Jearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, Hareph, the father of Beth-Gader, and Shobel, the father of Kirjath-Jearim, had sons, Haroah and half of the Manahethites, and the families of Kirjath-Jearim, the Ithrites, and the Puites, and the Shumahites, the Shumathites, and the Mishrites. Of them came the Zerahites and the Eshtolites, sons of Salma, Bethlehem, and Netophathites, Adarith, the house of Joab, and half of the Manahethites, the Zorites. Families of the scribes which dwelt at Jabez, the Tirathites, Shemaathites, Sukathites. These are the Kenites that came of Hamath, father of the house of Rechab. And these were the sons of David. Which were born unto him in Hebron, the firstborn Amon of Ahinoam, the Jezreelitess, second Daniel of Abigail the Carmelitess, third Absalom the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai king of Geshur, the fourth Adonijah the son of Haggith, the fifth Shephatiah of Abital, the sixth Ithrim by Eglah his wife. These six were born to him in Hebron, and there he reigned 7 years and 6 months. In Jerusalem he reigned 33 years, and these were born to him in Jerusalem, Shimei and Shobab and Nathan and Solomon, or of Bathshua, the daughter of Amiel. Ebar also, and Elishama, and Eliphalet, and Noga, and Nepheg, and Jephia, and Elishama, and Eliada, Eliphalet, 9. These were all the sons of David, beside the sons of the concubines and Tamar their sister. And Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abiah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Joram his son, Ahaziah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Amon his son, Josiah his son. The sons of Josiah were the firstborn Johanan, second Jehoiakim, the third Zedekiah, the fourth Shalom, the son of Jehoiakim, Jeconiah, his son Zedekiah, his son, the sons of Jeconiah, Asir, Salathiel, his son, Malchiram, also, and Pedaiah and Shenazar, Jechamiah, Hoshama, and Nebadiah, And the sons of Pedaiah were Zerubbabel and Shemaiah, and the sons of Zerubbabel, Meshulam, Hananiah, and Shelomith, his sister, and Hashuba and Ohel, and Berechiah, and Hasadiah, Jeshubashed, 5, and the sons of Hananiah, Pelatiah, the sons of Rephiah, the sons of Arnan, the sons of Obadiah, the sons of Shechaniah, the son of Shechaniah, Shemaiah, and the sons of Shemaiah, Hattush, and Igiel, Uriah, and Neriah, and Shaphat, 6, and the sons of Neriah, Eleni, and Hezekiah, and Azrikam, 3, and the sons of Elionai were Hodiai, Eliashib, and Peliah, Akub, and Johanan, and Deliah, and Anai, 7. the sons of Judah, Pharez, Hezron, and Carmi, and Hur, and Shabal, and Rai, the son of Shobal, begat Jahath, and Jahath begat Humai, and Lahad. These are the families of the Zorathites. These were the father of Edom, Etam, Jezreel, and Ishma, and Idbash. And the name of their sister was Hazel El Poni, and Penuel, the father of Gedor, and Ezer, the father of Hushah. These are the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrata, father of Bethlehem. And Ashur, the father of Tekoa, had two wives, Helah and Nara. Nara bare him Ahuzam and Hefer, and Temeni and Ahashturi. These were the sons of Nara. These and the sons of Hela were Zereth and Jezor and Ethnan. And Kaz begat Anab and Zobeba, and the families of Aharhel, the son of Horm. I low-key just got so mad because I'm like, why these names have to be this way? I low-key just got so mad. Because why these names have to be like that? It's almost like it's triggering on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's triggering on purpose to humble you, to get you to relax, to get you to know you're not that good, bro. And Jabez was more honorable than his brethren, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bear him with sorrow. And Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my coast, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that it might not grieve me. And God granted him that which he requested. And Caleb and Caleb, the father of Shua, begat Mehir, which was the father of Eshton. Eshton begat Bethrapha, and Paseah, and Tahina, the father of Irnahash. These are the men of Rakah. And the sons of Kenaz, Othniel, and Sarai, sons of Othniel, Ethath, and Beanotai begat Ophrah, and Sarai begat Joab, the father of the valley of Karashim, for they were craftsmen. The sons of Caleb, the sons of Jephunneh, Elah, and Naim, and the sons of Elah, even Kenaz, sons of Jehalaleel, Ziph and Ziphah, Teriah and Asareel, sons of Ezra were Jether and Mered and Ephraim and Jalen. She bare Miriam and Shemaiah and Ishbah, father Eshtemoa, and his wife Jehudijah bare Jared, the father of Gedor, and Heber, the father of Soko, and Jekuthiel, the father of Zanoah. And these are the sons of Bethiah, the daughter of Pharaoh, which Mered took. And the sons of his wife Hodiah, the sister of Nahum, Naham, the father of Kaliah, Keilah, the Garmite, and Eshtemoa, the Machathite. The sons of Sheman were Amnon and Rena and Ben-Hanan and Telin. The sons of Ishi were Zoheth and Ben-Zoheth. The sons of Shelah, the sons of Judah. The sons of Judah were Er, the father of Leka, and Leda, the father of Maresha, and the fathers of the house of them that wrought fine linen of the house of Ashby, and Jocham, the men of Kozeba, and Joash and Seraph, who had the dominion in Moab, and Jeshubalim. And these are ancient things. These were the potters and those that dwelt among plants and hedges, that there they dwelt with the king for his work. The sons of Simeon were Nemul and Jamin and Jarib, Zerah and Shaul, Shulam his son, Mibsam his son, Mishma his son, sons of Mishma, Hamuel his son, Zakir his son, Shimei his son, and Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters. But his brethren had not many children, neither did all their family multiply like to the children of Judah. And they dwelt in Beersheba, and Molidah, and Hazar-Shul, and at Bilhah, and at Zim, and at Tolad, and at Bethuel, and at Hormah, and at Ziklag, and at Beth Markaboth, and Hazar-Susam, and at Beth-Biri, and at Sharon. These were the cities unto the reign of David, and the villages where Edom and Ain and Rimmon and Token and Eshen, 5 cities. And and all the villages that were round about the same seas unto Baal. These were their habitations and their genealogy. And Meshabab, and Jamlech, and Joshua, son of Amaziah, and Joel, and Jehu, the son of Joshabai, the son of Sarai, the son of Asil, and Elani, and Jacobah, Jesho, Ahiah, and Asaiah, and Adiel, and Jesimiel, and Benaiah, and Ziza, the son of Shiphi, the son of Elon, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. These mentioned their names were princes in the families, and the houses of their fathers increased greatly, and they went to the entrance of Gedor, even to the east side of the valley, to seek pasture for their flocks, and they found fat pasture and good, and the land was wide and quiet and peaceable, for they of Ham had dwelt there of old. And these were written by name these written by name came into the land. It came into the days of Hezekiah, king of Judah, smote their tents and the habitations that were found there, and destroyed them utterly unto this day, and dwelt in their rooms, because there was pasture there for their flocks. And some of them, even of the sons of Simeon, 500 men, went to Mount Seir, having for their captains Pelatiah, Neriah, and Raphaiah, and Uziel, and the sons of Ishi. And they smote the rest of the Amalekites that were escaped, and dwelt there unto this day. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, for he was the firstborn, but for as much as he devoured his father's bed, his birthright was given to the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel, and the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright. For Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler, but the birthright was Joseph's. The sons, I say, of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, were Hanok, and Palu, and Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Joel, Shemaiah, son, Shemaiah, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reiah his son, Baal his son, Berah his son, whom Tilgath-Pilneser, king of Assyria, carried away captive. He was prince of the Reubenites, and his brethren by their families, when the genealogy of the generations was reckoned, were the chief Jeiel and Zechariah, and Bela the son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel, who dwelt in Arur, even into Nebo and Baal Meon. And eastward he inhabited unto the entering in of the wilderness from the river Euphrates, because their cattle were multiplied in the land of Gilead. And in days of Saul they made war with the Hagarites, who fell by their hand, and they dwelt in their tents throughout all the east land of Gilead. And the children of Gad dwelt over against them in the land of Bashan unto Salcah, Joel the chief, and Shapham the next, and Janai, and Shaphat, and Bashan. And their brethren of the house of their fathers were Michael, and Meshulam, and Sheba, and Jorai, and Jachin, and Zia, and Heber, 7. These are the children of Abihail, the son of Huri, the son of Jairo, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshishai, the son of Jado, the son of Buz, Ahi, the son of Abdiel, the son of Guni, chief of the house of their fathers. And they dwelt in Gilead and Bashan, and in their towns, and in all the suburbs of Sharon upon their borders. All these were reckoned by genealogies in the days of Jotham, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, king of Israel. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh, valiant men, were able to bear buckler and sword, and shoot with bow, and skillful in war. These 40,703 score that went out to war. And they made war with the Hagarites, with Jetur and Nephish and Nodab. And they were helped against them, and the Hagarites were delivered into their hand, and all that were with them, for they cried to God in battle. He was entreated of them, because they put their trust in him, and they took away their cattle of their camels 50,000, of the sheep 250,000, of the asses 2,000, of men 100,000. For there fell down many slain, because the war was of God, and they dwelt in their steads into the captivity. And the children of the half tribe of Manasseh dwelt in the land. They increased from Bashan unto Baal Hermon, and Sinir, and unto Mount Hermon. And these were the heads of the house of their fathers, even Ephraim, and Ishi, and Eliel, and Azriel, and Jeremiah, and Hadaviah, and Jadiel, mighty men of valor, famous men, heads of the house of their fathers. And they transgressed against the God of their fathers, and went a whoring after the gods of the people of the land, whom God destroyed before them. And the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tilgath, Pilneser, king of Assyria, and he carried them away, even the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh, and he brought them into Halah, and Habor, and Harah, to the river goes in unto this day. I think this the one that got 80 something. Gonna fly through it though. Sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath: Amram, Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. Children of Amram: Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam. The sons of also of Aaron: Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Itamar. Eleazar begat Phinehas, Phinehas begat Abushai, and Abushai begat Buki, and Buki begat Uzi, Uzi begat Zeriah, Zeriah begat Merioth, Merioth begat Amariah, Amariah begat Ahitub, Ahitub begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Ahimaaz, and Ahimaaz begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Johanan, Johanan begat Azariah. He it is that executed the priest's office in the temple that Solomon built in Jerusalem. Azariah begat Amariah, and Amariah begat Ahitub, and Ahitub begat Zadok, and Zadok begat Shulem, and Shulem begat Hilkiah, and Hilkiah begat Azariah, and Azariah begat Sariah, and Sariah begat Jehozadak. Jehozadak went into captivity when the Lord carried away Judah and Jerusalem by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. The sons of Levi: Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. And these be the names of the sons of Gershom: Libni and Shimei. These and the sons of Kohath were Amram, and Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. Sons of Merari: Mali and Mushi. These are the families of the Levites according to their fathers. Gershom: Libni his son, Jaaph his son, Zimah his son, Joah his son, Edo his son, Zerah his son, Jeotiri his son. The sons of Kohath: Aminadab his son, Korah his son, Asher his son, Elkanah his son, Abiasaph his son, Asher his son, Daaph his son, Uriel his son, Uzziah his son, Shaul his son, and the sons of Elkanah: Amasai and Ahimath. As for Elkanah, the sons of Elkanah: Zophai his son, and Naab his son, Eliab his son, Jeroam his son, Elkanah his son. The sons of Samuel, the firstborn: Vashni and Abiah. The sons of Merari: Mali and Libni his son, Shimei his son, Uzzah his son, Shimei his son, Haggai his son, Asaiah his son. And these are they who David set over the service of song in the house of the Lord after the ark had rested. And they ministered before the dwelling place of the tabernacle of the congregation was singing until Solomon had built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. And then they waited on their office according to their order. And these are they that waited with their children of the sons of Kohathites: Heman a singer, son of Joel, the son of Shemuel, son of Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, son of Eliel, the son of Toa, the son of Zuph, the son of Elkanah, the son of Maath, the son of Amasi, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah, the son of Taaph, the son of Asir, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, and his brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, even Asaph, the son of Berechiah, the son of Shimei, the son of Michael, the son of Basiah, the son of Malchiah, the son of Ethni, the son of Zerah, the son of Adiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Zamah, the son of Shimei, the son of Jaaph, the son of Gershom, the son of Levi. And their brethren, the sons of Merari, stood on the left hand: Ethan, the son of Kisha, the son of Abdi, the son of Maluk, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Amaziah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Amzi, the son of Bani, the son of Shemer, the son of Mali, the son of Mushi, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their brethren also the Levites were appointed unto all manner of service unto the tabernacle of the house of God. But Aaron and his sons offered upon the altar of burnt offering and on the altar of incense were appointed for all the work of the place most holy, unto the making atonement for Israel according to all that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded. And these are the sons of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abishu his son, Buki his son, Uzi his son, Zeriah his son, Merioth his son, Amariah his son, Ahitub his son, Zadok his son, Amahaz his son. Now these are their dwelling places throughout their castles and their coasts of the sons of Aaron and of the families of the Kohathites, for theirs was the lot. And they gave them Hebron in the land of Judah and the suburbs thereof round it. But the fields of the city and the villages thereof they gave to Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and to the sons of Aaron they gave the cities of Judah, namely Hebron, the city of refuge, Libnah with her suburbs, Jatar, and Eshtemoa with their suburbs, and Helam with her suburbs, and Debir with her suburbs, and Ashen with her suburbs, and Bethshemesh with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, Geba with her suburbs, and Alameth with her suburbs, and Anathoth with her suburbs. All their cities throughout their families were 13 cities. Unto the sons of Kohath, which were left of the family of that tribe, were cities given out of the half tribe, namely out of the half tribe of Manasseh by lot, 10 cities. And to the sons of Gershom throughout their families, out of the tribe of Issachar, and out of the tribe of Asher, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, out of the tribe of Manasseh and Bashan, 13 cities. Unto the sons of Merari were given by lot throughout their families, out of the tribe of Reuben, and out of the tribe of Gad, and out of the tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities. And the children of Israel gave to the Levites these cities with their suburbs, and they gave by lot out of the tribe of children of Judah, and out of the tribe of children of Simeon, out of the tribe of children of Benjamin these cities, which are called by their names. And the residue of the families of the sons of Kohath had cities of their coasts out of the tribe of Ephraim. And they gave unto them of the cities of refuge Shechem and the Mount Ephraim with their suburbs. They gave also Gezer with their suburbs, and Jokmeam with their suburbs, and Beth-aron with their suburbs, and Ajalon with their suburbs, and Gathrimmon with their suburbs, and out of the half tribe of Manasseh, Aner with their suburbs, and Baalim with their suburbs, and for the family of the remnant of the sons of Kohath. Unto the sons of Gershom were given out of the family of the half tribe of Manasseh, Golan and Bashan with their suburbs, and Ashtaroth with their suburbs. Out of the tribe of Issachar, Kadesh with their suburbs, Dabereth with their suburbs, and Ramoth with their suburbs, and Anim with their suburbs, and out of the tribe of Asher, Mashal with their suburbs, and Abdon with their suburbs, and Hukok with her suburbs, and Rahab with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh and Galilee with her suburbs, and Hammon with her suburbs, and Kirjathaim with her suburbs. Unto the rest of the children of Merari were given out of the tribe of Zebulun, Rimmon with her suburbs, Tabor with her suburbs. And on the other side, Jordan, my Jericho, on the east side of Jordan, were given them out of the tribe. Reuben, Bezer in the wilderness with their suburbs, and Jazer with their suburbs, Kedemoth also with their suburbs, and Mephath with her suburbs, and out of the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gilead with her suburbs, and Manahaim with her suburbs, and Heshbon with her suburbs, and Jazer with her suburbs. Go. Now the sons of Issachar were Tola and Pua and Jashub and Shimron, 4 sons of Tola, Uzi and Rephai and Jeriel and Jemah and Gypsum and Shumil, heads of their fathers' houses, to wit, of Tola. They were valiant men of might in their generations, whose number in the days of David 220,600. In the days of Uzziah, Israiah, sons of Israiah, Michael and Obadiah and Joel and Ishiah, 5, all of them chief men. With them by their generations after the house of their fathers were bands of soldiers of war, 36,000 men, for they had made many wives and sons. And their brethren among all the families of Issachar were valiant men of might, reckoning in all by their genealogies 7,000. The sons of Benjamin, Bela and Becher and Jadiel, 3 sons of Bela, Esbon and Uzi and Uziel and Jeremoth and Eri, 5 heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, and were reckoned by their genealogies 20 and 2,030 and 4. And the sons of Becher, Zemirah and Joash and Eliezer and Elinoi and Omri and Jeremoth and Abiah and Anathoth and Elameth. All these are the sons of Becher. The number of them after the genealogy by their generations, heads of the house of their fathers, mighty men of valor, was 20,200. The sons of Jadiel, Bilin, the sons of Bilin, Jeush and Benjamin and Ehud and Chenana, Zethan, Tarshish, and Ahishahar. All these are sons of Jadiel. by the heads of their fathers, mighty men of valor with 17,200 soldiers fit to go out for war and battle. Shupam also and Hupam, children of Ir, and Husham, sons of Hur, the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel and Guni, and Jezer and Shulam, and the sons of Bilhah, sons of Manasseh, Ashriel, whom she bare, but his concubine the Aramites bare Machir, the father of Gilead. Machir took to wife the son of Hupam, Shupam, whose sister's name was Maacah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. Zelophehad had daughters, and Maacah, the wife of Machir, bare a son, and she called his name Peresh, and the name of his brother was Sheresh. His sons were Ulam and Rakim. The sons of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, the sons of Machir, the sons of Manasseh, and his sister Hamoleketh bare Ishad and Abiezer and Mahala. The sons of Shemida were Ahian and Shechem and Likhi and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim, Shuthelah, and buried his son, and Tahath his son, and Elada his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabad his son, and Shethulah his son, and Ezer and Eliad, whom the men of Gath that were born in the land slew, because they came down to take away their cattle. And Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brethren came to comfort him. And when he went to his wife, she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Beriah, because it went evil with his house. And his daughter was Sherah, who built Betharon, the nether, and the upper, and Uzan Sherah. And Rapha was his son, and Resheph, and Telah his son, and Tehan his son, Ladan his son, and Mehud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Jehoshua his son. And their possessions and habitations were Bethel and the towns thereof, and eastward Naaran, and westward Gezer, and with the towns thereof, Shechem, also in the towns thereof, unto Gaza, and the towns thereof, and by the borders of the children of Manasseh, Beshin and their towns, Tanakh and their towns, Megiddo and their towns, Dor and their towns, and these dwell the children of Joseph, the son of Israel, the sons of Asher, Imnah and Isua, and Ishua, and Beriah and Sarah their sister, and the sons of Beriah, Heber and Malchiel, who was the father of Birzavith, and Heber begat Japhlet, and Shomer, and Hotham, and Shua their sister, the sons of Japhlet, Basak, and Bimhal, Ashvath. These are the children of Japhlet, the sons of Shemer, Ahi, Raga, Jehuba, and Aram, the sons of his brother Helam, Jopha, and Imnah, and Shalesh, and Amal, the sons of Jopha, Sua, and Harnefer, and Shuel, and Beri, and Imra, Bezer, and Had, and Shema, and Shilsha, and Ithran, and Bera, and the sons of Jether, Duphane, and Pispa, and Ara, and the sons of Ula, Arah, and Haniel, and Rizia. All these were the children of Asher, heads of the father's house, choice and mighty men of valor, chief of the princes, and the number throughout the genealogy of them were apt to the war, and the battle was 26,000 men. 3 more chapters, y'all. 3 more chapters. We doing okay. Doing all right. Be all right. Doing all right. Now Benjamin begat Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Ahara the third, Noah the fourth, Rapha the fifth, and the sons of Bela were Adar and Gera and Abihud and Abishua and Naaman and Ahor and Gera and Shephupham and Hura. These are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Geba. And they removed them from Manahath. And Naaman and Ahiah and Gera, he removed them and begat Uzzah and Ahihud. And Shaharaim begat children in the country of Moab after he had sent them away. Husham and Bera were his wives, and he begat of Hodesh his wife, Jobab and Zabiah and Mishah and Malcolm and Jeuz and Shekiah and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of the fathers. And of Husham he begat Abitud and Elpal. Sons of Elpal, Eber and Misham and Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with the towns thereof. Okay, y'all, give me 1 second. My bad, Daniel. Hold on. What you talking about, bro? Let me pull up my chat. We was outside with we was outside talking to Titus and Ken. They just picked up babies. Sorry guys. I'm almost done. I'm on chapter 8. I'm trying to read the chat. The orange one. Hey Deb, have you seen that orange blanket? Reddish orange. Daniel, I love for you to join, bro. Ronan _59, cause I'm gonna need people to help read. Ronan _59. I'm gonna add you on Discord, bro. I need to hurry up because I'm tired. Ronan _89. What'd you say, man? Why I feel like you got punched in the throat? I don't see that. I'm gonna come in there, babe. Okay, I think I sent it. All right, y'all. Let me finish reading this, man. I ain't gonna lie. We gotta hurry up and get up out of here. Beriah also and Shema, who were the heads of the fathers of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who drove away the inhabitants of Gath and Ahio, Shashak and Jeremoth and Zebediah, and Arad and Adar and Michael and Ispa and Joah and the sons of Beriah and Zebediah and Meshullam and Hezekiah and Heber and Ishmerai, also and Jezliah and Jobab, the sons of Elpul and Jakim and Zikri and Zabdi and Elianah and Ziltai and Eliel, and Adiah and Beriah and Shimrath, the sons of Shimhi, and Ishpan and Heber and Eliel and Abdon and Zikri and Hanan and Hananiah and Elam and Antothijah, Iphadiah and Penuel, the sons of Shashak and Shamshiri, Shamsharai and Shehariah and Ataliah and Jerisiah, and Eliah and Zikri, the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of the fathers by their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. And at Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, whose wife name was Maacah, and his firstborn son Abdon and Zur and Kish and Baal and Nadab and Gedor and Ahio and Zachar, and Mikloth begat Shemiah. And these also dwelt with their brethren in Jerusalem over against them. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbaal. Meribbaal begat Micah, and the sons of Micah were Pithon, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begat Jehoiada, and Jehoiada begat Elameth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Moza, and Moza begat Benissan, Eliasa, his son, Azel, his son, and Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bochero, and Ishmael, and Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. And the sons of Eshik, his brother, were Ulam, his firstborn, Jehush, the second, and Eliphalet, the third. And the sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons and sons, and 150. All these are of the sons of Benjamin. What's good, Deb? I don't know if you probably ain't on here no more. You probably ain't on here no more, Deb, but what's good to you, my friend? So all Israel were reckoned by genealogies, and behold, they were written in the book of the king of Israel and Judah, who were carried away to Babylon for their transgression. Now the first inhabitants that dwelt in their possessions in their cities were Israelites, the priests, the Levites, and the Nethinims. And in Jerusalem dwelt of the children of Judah, and children of Benjamin, and children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Utai, the son of Ammihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, the children of Pharez, the son of Judah, and the Shilonites, Siah, the firstborn of his sons, and the sons of Zerah, Jewel, and their brethren, 690. And of the sons of Benjamin, Salu, the son of Meshulam, son of Hodavia, son of Hasunia, and Ibniah, the son of Jeroham, and Ela, the son of Uzi, the son of Mikri, and Meshullam, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Ruel, the son of Ibnijah, and their brethren according to their generations, 956. All these men were chief of the fathers of the house of their fathers. And the priests, Jediah, and Jehoriab, and Jachin, and Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Marioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of the house of God, and Adiah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchijah, and Messiah, son of Adio, the son of Jezerah, son of Meshullam, the son of Meshilemeth, the son of Immer, and their brethren, heads of the house of their fathers, 1,760 very able men for the work of the service of the house of God. And of the Levites, Shemaiah, the son of Hasub, the son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, the sons of Merari, and Bagbakar, Koresh, and Galal, and Mattaniah, the son of Micah, the son of Zikri, the son of Asaph, and Obadiah, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah, the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, that dwelt in the villages of the Netophathites. And the porters were Shalom, and Akub, and Talman, and Ahiman, and their brothers. Shalom was the chief, who hitherto waited the king's gate eastward. They were porters in companies of the children of Levi. And Shalom, the son of Kori, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, and his brothers of the house of his father, the Korathites, were over the work of the service, keepers of the gates of the tabernacle, and their fathers, being over the host of the Lord, were keepers of the entry. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, was the ruler over them in time past, and the Lord was with him. And Zechariah, the son of Meshelemiah, was porter of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. All these which were chosen to be porters in the gates were 212. These were reckoned by their genealogy and their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their set office. And they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the house of the Lord, namely the house of the tabernacle by wards, and 4 quarters were the porters toward the east, west, north, and south. And their brothers which were in the villages were to come after 7 days from time to time with them. For these Levites, the 4 chief porters, was in their set office, and were over the chambers and treasures of the house of God. And they lodged round about the house of God, because the charge was upon them, and the opening thereof every morning pertained to them. And certain of them had the charge of ministering vessels, and they should bring them in and out by tale. Some of them also were appointed to oversee the vessels and the instruments of the sanctuary, and the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. And some of the sons Sorry. And they had set and Matiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shulam, the Korahite, has the set office over the things that were made in the pan. And other of their brethren of the sons of the Kohathites were over the showbread to prepare it every Sabbath. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remained in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. These chief fathers of the Levites were chief throughout their generations. These dwelt at Jerusalem, and in Gibeon dwelt the father of Gibeon, Jehiel, whose wife name is Maacah, and his firstborn son Abdon. Then Zerah and Kish and Baal and Ner and Nadab, Gedor and Ahio and Zechariah and Mikloth. Mikloth begat Shemim, and they also dwelt with their brethren at Jerusalem over against their brethren. And Ner begat Kish, and Kish begat Saul, and Saul begat Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. Son of Jonathan was Meribbaal. Meribbaal begat Micah, and the sons of Micah were Pethan, and Melech, and Teriah, and Ahaz, and Ahaz begat Jarrah, and Jarrah begat Elameth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri begat Moza, and Moza begat Beniah, and Raphiah his son, Elasa his son, Azel his son, and Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bakaru, Ishmael, and Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. All right, guys, we're going to close it out. We have a 14-verse chapter. Now the Philistines fought against Israel. The men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. And the Philistines followed hard after Saul and after his sons. And the Philistines slew Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua, sons of Saul. And the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was wounded of the archers. Then said Saul to his armor bearer, "Draw your sword and thrust me through therewith, lest these uncircumcised come and abuse me." But his armor bearer would not, for he was sore afraid. So Saul took a sword and fell upon it. And when his armor bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise on the sword and died. And so Saul died, and his 3 sons, and all his house died together. And when all the men of Israel that were in the valley saw that they fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, then they forsook their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and dwelt in them. And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to to strip the slain, they found Saul and his sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. And when they had stripped him, they took his head and his armor and sent it in the land of the Philistines round about to carry tidings to their idols and to the people. And he put his armor in the house of their gods and fastened his head in the temple of Dagon. And when all Jabesh Gilead heard of all that the Philistines had done to Saul, they arose, all the valiant men, and took away the body of Saul and their bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh and buried them, their bones, under the oak in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his transgression, which he committed against the Lord, even against the word of the Lord, which he kept not, and also for asking counsel of one that had a familiar spirit to inquire of it, and inquired not of the Lord. Therefore he slew him and turned the kingdom unto David, the son of Jesse. All right, guys. Thank you guys for sitting with me, for being there with me. Let me check off. We got done with day 15. We'll be on day 16 tomorrow. 1 Chronicles 11 through 29, and then 2 Chronicles 1 through 9. We have to make sure that we get here, because this is 18 chapters, and then this is 9 chapters. So that's 27 verses, bro. Chapters. So we gotta get this done. Chronicles is a hard read, because it's a lot of, as y'all can see, a lot of names, a lot of long story and all that type of stuff. So we gotta knock that out. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for staying here with me, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. On tomorrow. All right, y'all. We out.